Do you carry any canned goods here?
Canned goods? The vermin of the grocery store? Nay, I think not.
Understood, Mirror. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Wait! Yes, I can see it. I can see the canned good thou seeketh.
How intriguing. Well then, where is the canned good I seek?
In a place where no man could ever peddle it.
I see. In a place where it can't be bought from a person. Got it, Mirror.
'Twas but a trifle. For the Lord hungers, doth he not?
Zach, it's in a vending machine. It appears that God wants us to go on a wild goose chase all around town.
Okay, hold on. Mr. York. Spam, huh? You a potted meat kind of guy?
No, Melvin. I've simply gotten myself tangled up in a little mess.
Oh, I get it. Mr. York. The Lord hungers, right?
Yes, apparently the Lord is starving, and I'm a lamb with no sense of direction.
The air out there don't feel right today. You feel it too, honey?
Is this place a bowling alley or a restaurant?
Oh my Lord, what's wrong, honey? Can't tell the difference? It says restaurant right there on the outside.
How do you explain that then?
That's so the customers can bowl while they eat. Convenient, ain't it? If you want to bowl, honey, you'll have to ask Mrs. Carpenter to open up the lane for you. But if you just want to eat, then all you need to do is call my name. Got it? Oh.
Alexis, could I have some red beans and rice?
Oh, my Lord. Sorry, honey, but no can do. We only serve red beans and rice on Mondays. That's a meal you eat when you're busy, like folks usually are on Monday. It's been a tradition here in Louisiana for as long as I can remember. Wait, honey, don't tell me. You're the type who does your laundry every day? Oh.
Tradition, Zach. This is it. The Deep South. Louisiana. We need to obey tradition here and come back on Monday. If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tons. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decompose. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge here is the first one we've seen since then, but this one looks a lot smaller than the Aerial Lift Bridge. Its smaller size was most likely chosen due to the width of the river and the sea level of this area. The height and structure of a bridge is what determines which sort of boats can travel down the river. Normal bridges' base heights are set at a higher point so that boats can freely pass underneath them. But I imagine it would be difficult to create a bridge with a large arch here due to the river width and the sea level. That's why we're seeing all these mobile bridges such as lift bridges and drawbridges around here. As far as Louisiana goes, it appears that they've built mobile bridges over most of the bayous. Fascinating, isn't it, Zach? So many different types of bridges. I'm curious to learn even more about bridges now. Let's do some detailed research next time we get the chance. Okay, Zach, it's time to put our skills to the test. Well, Zach, it seems as if we've reached an impasse. I'm afraid we won't be able to proceed any further like this.
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle? Is everything alright?
Hello, Melvin. Sadly, my darling just gave out on me.
Your darling? You mean...
Yes, that's right. My beloved skateboard. I know the chances are slim, but do you happen to know of any establishments in town that can repair skateboards? Please, I hope this doesn't offend you. Neither Zach nor I would ever dare to assume that a remote country town like this would have a skateboard shop in it. But perhaps you have at least one eccentric who likes to tinker with them in their spare time.
I know just the person. Double bass player by night, trick master by day. God blessed her with 2 talents. and her name is Emma Sanders.
Emma?
That's right. She's Pastor Sanders' adopted daughter and was also Lise Clarkson's best friend. Emma really knows her stuff. She's got tools and a mountain of parts, so I'm sure she'll be able to help.
I owe you one, Melvin. Zach, I never thought we'd find our very own skateboard mentor out here in the sticks. Let's head straight to Emma. What is it, Zach? Why didn't I just ask the sheriff to tow away the old cars? But isn't it obvious? I want to overcome this obstacle using my own strength. In fact, I want to soar over it.
Hey, Agent York. I feel like someone's in there. Let's go and see.
Huh? What do y'all want? I'm kind of busy here.
Hi there. Are you Emma?
Yeah, who are you?
Francis York Morgan. I'm an FBI special agent. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York? So, what does the FBI want with little old me? I already told the police everything I know about Lise.
Emma, I haven't come here to talk to you about Lise. Although I suppose it's sort of connected in a way. My darling is broken, and I need you to fix her.
You call your board your darling? I never heard that one before. All right, let me see it. I'll try and assess the damage. I replaced all your trucks, wheels, and gave you some brand new deck tape. Also, you were missing a tail guard, so I put one on for you. That way you should be able to do a few tricks here and there without any risk of damage. Well, what do you think?
It's beautiful, Emma.
The wheels were scraped down and the base plate screws were all about to fall out. Oh, and the axles were also warped. It was pretty much in critical condition. Now, what I want to know is, how did it get that way?
Well, my car was stolen on my way here from Houston. So, I switched over to my darling and rode her here instead.
You know, you're crazier than you look.
Emma, would you mind answering another crazy question for me? I want to use this board to soar, literally. Would you mind teaching me a trick that would allow me to do so?
You mean you want to do a wally? Ooh, well, I'd be happy to teach you how, but it's too cramped in here. Oh, I know where we should go. You want to learn too? You sure? Seems like you're interested. Whatever. I know you're just gonna come along anyway. So you should at least learn the basics. Okay, Agent York. Now we should have enough room to practice. I'll show you how it's done first, then you just practice till you learn how to do it, okay? That was perfect!
Yeah. Thank you, Emma. I only learned that new trick thanks to your guidance. Now I'm sure that Zach and I will be able to reach our destination without any trouble at all. Thank you for assisting in the investigation.
Glad to be of service. If your board breaks again, or you feel like customizing it a bit more, just stop on by my workshop. I'm pretty much always there during the day. I'm also taking some time off school because of what happened with Lise. Skating and playing music are the only things that help me escape the pain of losing her.
Zach, did you see the expression on her face just now? She works hard to act cheerful, but she's yet another person who was hurt by the tragedy. Lisa's death is like wildfire, spreading embers of sadness throughout the entire town. I think we've got the wrong vending machine. Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all going normal speeds. I'll bet that scene reminded you of a certain film. Or perhaps a certain person? Violent City, 1907.
Hey, Agent York, are you sure you really want to talk to this guy? He kind of scares me.
Patty, there's no need to worry. Just hide behind me and you'll be fine. Chuck Thompson, you were the first person to find Lisa's body, correct? I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York. Seems like he ain't in the mood for talking.
Chuck Thompson, may I have a word with you? I'm looking for the one who fired the pistol at Heaven.
You trying to say I gotta aim up to shoot 'cause of my height?
Not at all. I was merely quoting the skeletal gentleman's oracle.
Skeletal gentleman? You ain't making a lick of sense. What do you all want anyway? What do y'all come here to waste my precious time for?
I'm currently running a race around town thanks to you, who fired the starting shot. The murderer and I are competing to see who can cross the finish line first. Unfortunately, the murderer got a generous head start on me. If he gets away from me, I'll lose. But if I can catch up to him, then I'm sure I'll win. So please, Chuck, tell me, how did you find Lisa's body? Her body was hidden under a bridge on the bayou, very close to the Mississippi River. It's got to be at least a few miles away from your farm in this swamp, right?
Now, the Clarksons are the folks who gave me the damn permission to find crawdaddies here in the first place. Now, why the hell would I ever want to kill that little girl?
Then what were you doing out there?
You know, lately I've been seeing a queer boat around these parts. It ain't too big. Probably only holds 5 or 6, and it's got a deep draft. Assholes think they can just drive right through my turf, right through my dang crawdad farm.
So you gave chase, which led you to Lisa's body?
Yeah, that's right. Fucking poachers.
Where did the poachers go?
Oh, hell if I know. Fog was thick that day, thicker than usual. So I lose sight of them. The next thing I know, I'm under that goddamn bridge. Then I felt a chill run up my spine. And I knew. So I drove up to the bank and got out. And there she was, strung up on that there altar.
Did you know Lise personally?
Yeah, I knew her a little. She never showed me no disrespect, unlike the rest of those damn Clarksons. They so rotten I can smell it from here, same as the shit at the bottom of this here swamp. Heavy. Yeah. They was a little better when their boy Lenny was still around.
Lenny?
Yeah, Leonard, PJ's son. He never showed me no disrespect neither. And he's the one who gave me permission to farm here. But, well, ever since he left home, his whole family's gone straight down the shitter. Lise was the only decent one left. She was wise, just like Lenny. Ain't right, I tell you. Heavy. Now I'm done talking, goddammit. Now go on, get the hell out of here.
Philip mentioned something about his son leaving home. That must be Lenny. Did you know about that, Patty?
Everyone in town knows about it.
By the way, Zach, do you remember what we saw when we were skipping stones? That boat with the dragonfly crest. Zach, no matter where we go in this town, we're constantly assaulted by information related to the Clarkson family. Just where is that skeletal gentleman trying to lead us? We successfully found the one who fired the pistol at Heaven. Now we need to visit the White Hall of Beds. You know, Zach, it almost feels like we're orienteering here. Doesn't it remind you of our training in Quantico?
I sincerely hope you're having a comfortable stay, Mr. Morgan, sir.
This vending machine does not carry what God seeks. Let's move on, Zach. Let's try somewhere else.
You again?
My restaurant serves only the highest quality Creole cuisine. The real deal, which ain't too easy to find in a backwoods town like this.
Did I hear wrong then? Set me straight, would you, Chef? I thought that Cajun food was the norm in Acadiana. Why would you go out of your way to serve Creole food here?
When I was a youngin', I trained myself at a famous restaurant in New Orleans.
A famous restaurant? That's incredible. Was it Arnaud's? Antoine's? No, don't tell me, I got it. Brennan's, right?
None of those, actually. But that place taught me how to really cook. Go on and try something, you'll see.
Very intriguing. That food was unbelievable. I see you weren't lying about undergoing training at that famous restaurant.
Ah, now you just trying to embarrass me, mister. I still appreciate it, though.
And you must have undergone some rigorous training in order to gain such refined technique. You put so much care into preparing everything just right. And your manipulation of that low-temp flame in order to bring out such a pleasant fragrance, simply perfect. This is true Creole food. You have to tell me now, which famous restaurant did you train yourself at? Come on, Chef, we need to know. Zach and I are begging you.
Ah, you drive a hard bargain, mister. All right, I reckon I can give you a hint.
Really?
Oh, just a hint now.
Fine, we'll take it.
It's the restaurant that serves the most famous fried chicken in all of Louisiana. Crispy, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? Bonafide fried chicken.
No, you can't mean...
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet they worked you pretty hard.
Mm-hmm, you betcha.
So that's how you acquire the mental fortitude necessary to cook such amazing food.
Oh, my time there taught me just how tough city life really is.
Amazing. Zach, did you hear all that? That's an incredible story, David. You really are a true chef. Both Zach and I have given you our official approval.
I sincerely hope you're having a comfortable stay, Mr. Morgan, sir. Sure is some sun out there, ain't it, boss? Now that's what I'm talking about. You can't get fine eating like this at any of those diners out there. So make sure you enjoy it. Thanks, mister. Next time you get a hankering for old-time Creole food, just stop on by. Gonna be another hot one today.
The air out there don't feel right today. You feel it too, honey? Oh, coming right up, honey. I'll put my heart and soul into it.
Alexis, would you mind keeping the red beans in the can? I'll pay the regular price, of course.
Oh, my Lord. Why don't you want me to take them out of the can?
They're for an offering, you see.
Oh, why didn't you say so? The Lord hungers.
Exactly. As you can see, I'm a pitiful lost lamb. Now I get it, Zach. This is nothing but a shameless fetch quest. Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were... Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all going normal speeds. I'll bet that scene reminded you of a certain film, or perhaps a certain person. Violent City, 1970, directed by Sergio Solima. I only ever saw it on TV when I was a kid, so I don't remember it very well. But I definitely remember that it featured a bridge, a long bridge. During the New Orleans part, that's the one thing I remember. That bridge must have been the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. And the film starred Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson. What an amazing... Zach, we finally found our can of spinach. Look, Zach, even this vending machine is managed by Clarkson Food Delivery Services. But who in their right mind would sell canned goods in a vending machine in the middle of nowhere? I only hope that it's not expired. Zach, we finally managed to assemble the Taboo Trinity. And it was certainly no small task. I just hope it rewards us with some data that will help us push this investigation forward. Come on. It's time to show that pastor the fruit of our labors.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Okay, Pastor. I've brought you your Taboo Trinity. I'd like to exchange it for a ticket to the goddess.
Oh, how I pity you. You see, my dear lost lamb, our Lord still hungers. One anaconda skin, one squirrel tail, and one pressed white guara. This is what you must bring next.
Are you kidding me?
How pitiful. Our Lord never speaks in jest.
I told you this was gonna be a pain in the butt. Come on, we need to get going.
It looks like we'll need to work harder to get God's attention, Zach. Part of me just wants to say to hell with it and go have a smoke.